What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to BZ. So today, me and Trapper Kent decided to leave his secret dojo behind and come out to the Shawnee State Park and fish the Shawnee Lake right here behind me. Let's see how things went for us out in the kayaks. He's leaving me. Get my paddle together and then I throw Sour Bill in. Old buddy. Sour Bill, man, he's coming out of retirement for the day. Pull my pant legs up. I get in the water. Ooh, that's chilly. That is definitely chilly, man. Get ready to straddle this thing. All right, so my first time kayak fishing in PA. So how do you feel? Feel comfortable in that? It's good. Make my first cast. Let me see if I can get into something. See if I can mess around. So the water is slightly stained. Slightly.
Weed in here.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at this thing and man, this looks good. No idea how deep it is or anything, but I should have looked at the map app I used. It would have told me exactly how deep this is. But beautiful lake though. Beautiful. Well, I'll wait for you to get retied and then we'll come up with a battle plan. I think maybe go underneath this bridge and go to the other side.
I mean, anywhere. Really, anywhere you find out where it's in there.
Just to go check it out, yeah. Doing any good?
Oh yeah, he caught one.
What'd you get?
Largemouth bass.
Largemouth? Nice.
Get it everywhere today, sir. Catch it all.
Appreciate it. Oh yeah, this looks good over here. Man, that is really pretty up there.
Pretty nice looking shoreline, huh?
Yeah. Oh man, this looks like fire.
Wow, nail and walleye going down to dam. Just a red jig head with just different colors, white, yellow, these. The chartreuse ones with speckles in.
Yeah.
Just stand there in a hole and just kind of just dig it up and down.
Oh, you got one. There you go. That's your first kayak fish?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, other than white perch that time.
Yeah.
First kayak bass.
Nice.
I'll take it.
Now I gotta act like I know what the heck I'm doing. Now the pressure's on.
I'll speed out here a little bit deeper.
Yeah. I was just trying to check both since it's a new lake. I'm just recon. And there's a weed bed over here or something. I want to check it out real quick. It's just 20-30 yards over. I just want to see what we got going on over here. Probably I'm almost in cast range of it. I wonder how deep it is here. Switch up before I get over there. Switch up real quick. Yeah, these are the 2-aught ones. That's alright. The bass sucks it in good, it's not gonna make no difference. Yeah, I'll try to keep her bite. Man, down in Texas, there'd be bass in this.
That's what I was just about to say. There's gotta be something cruising around in here.
Oh, there would absolutely be bass in these. Especially that they're just like little patches here and there. Like, man. Missed something? There we go. There we go. Get in the boat. Get in the freaking boat. Not skunk today. Let's go. I was just saying there's gotta be something camped in this stuff. That's a good little 12, yeah. Maybe 13.
Yeah.
Bass fishing with Trapper Kent.
What's up?
Alright, let's see. Let's go. Alright, so maybe I do know what I'm doing a little bit. Sometimes I know what I'm doing. Oh my goodness, that felt good. That felt good to get on the board. Now the pressure's off. It's wild how these just little patches grow everywhere out here. I mean, it kind of does that a little bit in still health, but not anywhere near as much. Like this, they grow in like thick little lines. You don't usually find just like a little patch here, a little patch there. So this is actually kind of pretty cool. Just want to make a few more casts at these goofy things while we're here. And then we can move on to that island and start heading back. Well, in just a second, I'm gonna start heading that way. I see a couple more little weed piles like that. There we go. Oh yeah, that is a good one. All right, that's enough of that. Oh yeah, get me all soaked. Yeah, that's a good bass right there. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Man, that's a solid 3-pounder. That is a solid bass. You want to throw that in your pond? Yeah. That joker would eat everything in your pond. Shoot, that was another bass came up over there and attacked something. Like, definitely. This almost reminds me of like a hydrilla bed, how they are. And a trick I'll tell you about the weeds like this, with your kayak, you can use it like an anchor.
Oh, yeah.
Like I sit on top of these weeds and it really slows down your drift. Like if the winds are heavy or something. I mean, you can really cast anywhere. I just like to target the weeds, especially when the sun's high. And I saw an interesting video on YouTube about the transparency of these weeds and stuff, and that when you take like a frog or something over the top of it, they actually see it like really good. And like lily pads and stuff, you'd think that, you know, if you're bringing a frog over the top of the lily pads, that they wouldn't be able to see it, but they actually could see it really good. The lily pads from underneath are transparent, kind of. They could see through them. So they just watch it and follow it until it gets to a opening in the pads, and then it crushes it. I changed the battery out and forget to hit the power button, but caught another little one. Little guy. Let him go right in the middle of these weeds right here. Whoa, flash me from my trouble. Yeah, gorgeous day for this out here today. My goodness. Yeah, I think this is a good bass lake. Yeah. Everything I've seen, the structure I've seen and stuff. And one guy's saying they caught like a dozen.
Yeah. They're out early.
I'm surprised a lake this big that they made it all electric only. I'm actually kind of surprised about that. That's kind of cool though. Yeah. I don't think they have too many lakes like that in Texas, if they even have any. I mean, they might have some that are small and have horsepower limits or something, but I've never seen one that was like, oh, electric only. I mean, I'm sure there probably is somewhere, but kick this tub up to speed for a second. In open water. Yeah. And these things can go. If you need them to go, these things can go. This one's faster than that one. Especially while you're in the high position. It's a little harder to paddle, but much more comfortable, I promise. It's tough to sit flat like this. It's very unnatural thing. Yeah, it's nice to just get out and kind of cruise along. Sometimes I like to kick it up to speed a little bit sometimes, especially if I'm crossing the lake. Yeah, we'll just wait for them to pack up real quick and then we'll head over there. You can back the truck down, we'll throw the yaks in and be on the move. Well, they're just about done. Did you tear the claws apart on yours? I forget to do that sometimes. I mean, I've caught fish with it like that. It's no biggie. It just gives it a little more action when you tear the claws apart.
Man.
I know, huh? I probably should have said. I probably should have reminded you earlier, huh? I forgot for a couple casts when I was first using it. I'm gonna see if I can get out of this thing the easy way and not the hard way, man. I'm gonna try, and we will see. There we go. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh. There we go. Well, this ain't my 4-pounder, but it's fish number 4. All right, easy, bud. All right. As soon as I get this one in, I'm gonna make one more cast over that way, and that's gonna be it. And it's gonna be calling for last cast. What you think? Am I gonna catch one on last cast? All right, last cast. Crank something out here. And then we're getting ourselves out of here. That's probably where I should have cast, is out that way with my last cast, but oh well, what can you do? Oh well, what can you do? Alright, correction cast. I'm correcting my reel. Sometimes if you get like a little mess on your reel, you can get some of it out by casting it out.
Yeah. Throw it out and then I didn't get it yet. I pulled some line out.
Yeah. Yep. A little correction cast. And oh, still mad I lost that one. Still mad about that. But hey, what can you do? Alright, I am done. Did my last cast, did my correction cast, and now I'm done. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay. Just run her aground real quick. Pick up a little speed and just keep going. There you go. Give me your rod. I'll set it over here so you can just stand up using the back of the seat and walk off the front if you want, or like that. Either way is fine. Me and Trapper Ken are all packed up. We're headed back for the secret dojo. So Kent, today was your first bass that you caught in a kayak. Yes? Yeah. What do you think of that?
It was great. It was fun.
So we might have just got him hooked on kayak fishing. He's already talking about needing to get some for himself, which is awesome. I absolutely love kayak fishing. It gets me places boats can't, gets me places I can't get to off the bank, and just is a very leisurely way to spend your day on the water fishing for some largemouth bass or whatever you decide to go after. We really had a good day. I mean, we both caught fish. This is a new lake to us. He's only fished here a couple of times. He came here like what, fishing catfish before and stuff?
Yeah, and twice on shore. Caught a few catfish that one night. The other time I didn't catch anything. So.
Yeah, so it's tough here from the bank, but getting out in the kayak, we learned the lake a little bit, and I think next time we come out here, yeah, something always happens while I'm filming. Something always happens. There's deer in the road, so we gotta like jam on the brakes. But anyways, so we had an awesome day, man. We were hammering them once we figured out what they wanted. We were hammering them on that beaver bug that I make from the Do It molds in my new color, Monster Melon. You guys will have to message me if you want to get your hand on some of those. I'll leave my email in the description, and it's also on the About tab. So if you guys are interested in getting some of these custom lures, they've hammered in Texas, they've hammered in Michigan, and they're hammering in Pennsylvania. So pretty safe to say they hammer everywhere. But anyways, thank you so much for watching our little kayak adventure we had today. And maybe I'll see you guys back at the dojo. Oh, okay.
You have a whole bag of trout tickle and tackle stuff.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. There we go. That's a good fish too. That's a good bass. Alright, so Papa D and Trish are heading out in the boat. Me and Brian are getting ready to get our boat. He got him a bass. Oh, there we go. Oh, crap. At least this log is big enough, sturdy enough to hold me like that. Oh, he got one. There we go. Gorgeous. Is that a native?
No, I don't think so.
It's got some pretty vibrant colors on him.
He's just been in the creek a while.
Beautiful fish.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to BB.
That's right. I have a co-host today for the first time on the channel. My nephew Liam, Mountain Man Liam. He's joining me. We're making a video at the secret dojo pond. I got him. Come release him, bud.
Hey, you caught a lot. You're good.
Sometimes I'm good. Sometimes I'm not. I'm coming, bud. Good job. He caught it all by his onesie. No help from nobody. Just owning the pond. Good job, buddy. Here you go. Grab him. Grab him good. Don't be afraid. Pinch him tight. There you go. Go toss him back. There you go, bud. Yep, he will. There you go. So what do you think, bud? You hooked on fishing now?
Yeah, that might be my new hobby. That's pretty fun.